This is the toughest decision of my life. At the press conference for joining the Warriors, Kevin Durant said this. This sentence instantly sparked the dissatisfaction of many fans. Because from any angle, his choice to join the 73-win team was not a wise one. It would make him successful at the same time. Bear countless curses. What happened? Turn back to the 7th game of the 2016 NBA Finals. With a 3-1 lead, the Golden State Warriors were dragged into Game 7 by the rising Cavaliers. The final game proceeded as expected. Both sides fought with everything they had. With Irving's fatal three-pointer and James's block, the people of Cleveland achieved the impossible turnaround. On the contrary, the Warriors became the biggest joke in the league. That summer, Curry even didn't dare to watch the playback of the game. But life is often disappointing. That year also brought some good news. He, along with Green and team manager Myers, visited Kevin Durant and spent an afternoon persuading him to join the Golden State Warriors, then pursue the championship together. After careful consideration, Durant finally chose the Warriors. When this news reached the fans, everyone considered Durant an enemy, because no matter which team he joined, it would have been understandable. But joining the Golden State Warriors was unacceptable, because they just lost to them in a game. This is called defecting. No one likes a defector. Plus he didn't inform the Thunder in advance. The latter was furious, and in the media, strongly condemned Durant's behavior. The press conference was held as scheduled. In a half-hour speech, one sentence stirred the dissatisfaction of the fans. That is, Durant said to the outside world, "This is the toughest decision of his life." For some people, this statement is simply absurd. But only Durant knows. If he can't win the championship with the Warriors, he would become the biggest joke in NBA history. So the pressure he bears is far greater than imagined. Although this is the case, but ask which team in the NBA, which team can beat the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant? So, after the start of the new season, the Golden State Warriors were practically unstoppable, even though they spent a long time finding synergy in the first half. But a healthy Golden State Warriors can't think of a team that could offer resistance. So, on the stage of the playoffs, they swept the opponents like gentlemen. But interestingly, aside from the Golden State Warriors, the Spurs also produced the best record in team history that year. And with Popovich's intelligence, there's a chance that they could beat the Warriors. How would they counter? Pop, how much more difficult is it without Leonard? Obviously against the team caught Golden State. Come on, man. How much more difficult is? How would it be if Curry didn't play? How much more difficult would that be? I'm not a happy camper. But that's a silly question. What exactly is the reason that the always good-tempered Popovich showed such great fury in front of the camera? This starts with the 2017 Western Finals. The Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant met the Spurs led by Leonard. The Spurs team under the coaching of Popovich that year played brilliant team basketball and achieved a historical best 67 victories. It seems that only they could compete against the Warriors. Thus, as soon as the game started, Leonard gave the Warriors a strong warning. In both attack and defense, he completely overwhelmed the Warriors. And even before the third quarter ended, the Spurs had a lead of over 20 points against the Warriors. It seemed like the first victory was within reach. But at the most critical moment, a man appeared who changed the course of the entire series and even the league. Pachulia, in the process of defense, deliberately or unintentionally stretched out his leg towards Leonard. Finally, during a jump shot, Leonard landed on his foot and showed a pained expression sitting on the ground. Quickly, without Leonard, the Spurs were helplessly beaten by the Warriors in the fourth quarter. Eventually, they lost the first game. After the game, Popovich appeared extremely angry. A reporter asked Popovich, "Does losing Leonard have any effect on you?" Popovich directly retorted, "Why don't you ask if it would affect them if Curry didn't play? What's the difference between this and manslaughter?" In some places in the United States, manslaughter also involves going to prison. From this answer, it can be seen that Popovich was truly very angry. This was also their year with the highest hope of winning the championship. Regrettably, it was kicked away by Pachulia's leg. In the following games, Spurs without Leonard seemed lost facing the Warriors' offense. In the end, the Warriors successfully beat the Spurs and advanced to the finals. On this series, many media have their opinions. They believe Kerr did it on purpose. But no matter what, the loser will become history. Everyone only looks at the result. No one truly cares about the loser. The Warriors have bigger enemies ahead. It's none other than the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, things have changed. The Warriors at this time boast an unparalleled lineup. In contrast, the Cavaliers seemingly haven't made any reinforcements. Can they win the championship? This is the scene at the end of the 2017 Finals. Kevin Durant finally proved that he won the championship. But when awarding the Finals MVP trophy, there were some different voices in the audience. Some people thought this MVP trophy should go to Curry. There are others who believe that if judged by performance alone, Durant is the deserving MVP. For others, this trophy is beyond reproach. But for Curry, this may put him in a dilemma. What's the story? 2017 NBA Finals. Golden State Warriors with Durant met the Cavaliers again in the finals. The gap between the two sides was obvious, so the finals only needed 5 games to determine the winner. The Cavaliers were nearly powerless against the Warriors. Every crucial moment, Kevin Durant was waving his sickle, mercilessly pocketing the game. Even though Curry performed exceedingly well, the MVP trophy for the finals still went to Kevin Durant. This made some fans unhappy. They thought the contribution Curry made far greater than Durant's, so it would be justifiable for Curry to get this trophy. But without this trophy, Curry would be labeled as a coattail rider. Yet Curry himself has no opinion. As long as the team can achieve the ultimate victory, it doesn't matter whether he gets the MVP or not. After this year, the only goal left for the whole Warriors team is to get another championship and create a Warriors dynasty. At the start of the new season, the chemical reaction of the team seems to have leveled up. Often, after 3 quarters, they have already widened the score gap, and then the entire 4th quarter became the training time for Kerr. The effect of this is obvious. In addition to the Warriors' starting 5, the substitutes in the Warriors also have a good chemical reaction. So this team is becoming more and more powerful. But for them, in that year in the West, there's one team that will pose a big challenge to them. That would be the Houston Rockets, led by Harden and Paul. With the continuous growth of Harden, the record of the Rockets has also improved. Their magic ball system caused a storm of fast breaks in the league, and Harden is the most important part of the magic ball. He can carry out a powerful offense against any defender. This is the basis of their resistance against the Golden State Warriors. So, when it comes to the playoffs, what kind of exciting performance will these two teams have?